Good evening. I'm Shanquella Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson. And I would like each and every one of you, if you can, anything you can do, step in and help us with justice. We need justice for Shanquella Robinson. It has been 2 years, and there's no reason that no one has not been arrested yet. And I need justice for my child. Thank you.
It's hard to believe that 2 years have passed without justice for Shanquella Robinson. With the evidence that surfaced, many wonder why no arrests have been made. The woman who attacked Shanquella reportedly changed her name to Emani Green, perhaps to create confusion or evade attention. But the public isn't fooled. Shanquella's family has now taken a firm step by filing a lawsuit against the Cabo Six, seeking answers and accountability. The case doesn't stop there. Shanquella's mother has gone further by including federal authorities in the lawsuit, directly accusing them of lying and tampering with the autopsy. This claim adds a layer of complexity, suggesting potential misconduct in the investigation itself. The push for justice reflects a deep determination from Shanquella's loved ones who continue to fight for the truth. It's a reminder that, even when answers are delayed, the call for justice echoes louder over time.
It's not going to bring back Shanquella Robinson, but it's that I know that the FBI should have been done something at this time, after 2 years ago. I know a lot of stuff that was in the phones of Shanquella Robinson that I gave to the FBI, and the FBI looked over it like it was nothing. And and just like you just pushed my daughter up under the rug when you should have been arrested these people. You had a video where she was being, but you want to mess with the autopsy and say that she did not have a broken back or spine when the FBI are deliberately lying, because someone had, attorney had already, not my attorney, but attorney had already told me don't let the FBI mess with that autopsy, that they were going to switch it around. And that's exactly what they did. And I'm fed up with this stuff. I need justice for my child.
There's something suspicious about Shanquella Robinson's case, and we need to dig deeper. It's crucial to amplify this case as much as possible, because if people stay silent, it risks being forgotten and swept under the rug. Though Shanquella is gone, some say she should start haunting those responsible because there's no way she's resting in peace. Recently, Shanquella's family took action by filing a wrongful death lawsuit against her travel companions, known in the suit as the Cabo Six. This lawsuit is an attempt to hold those involved accountable and seek long overdue justice. Public attention is essential to ensure the case stays alive, and pressure remains on those responsible and on authorities. This pursuit shows that even when justice is delayed, the determination of loved ones and the public's voice can keep the fight for truth going. Let's not let Shanquella's story fade away. We must stand together and demand answers. The wrongful death lawsuit filed by Shanquella Robinson's family against the group known as the Cabo Six alleges battery, negligence, conspiracy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. According to the family's attorney, this lawsuit is about more than just seeking justice for Shanquella. It aims to hold accountable those responsible for the investigation, ensuring that U.S. authorities act diligently to protect citizens abroad. The handling of Shanquella's tragic death, paired with alleged missteps by federal authorities, has only deepened the family's grief. They now seek both full transparency and the justice they deserve. The lawsuit asserts that Shanquella's mother, Salamandra Robinson, incurred damages exceeding $225,000 due to the wrongful death of her daughter. Furthermore, it accuses the FBI of withholding key investigation records that the family sought through FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, requests and faults both the State Department and the FBI for negligence. This legal action comes after federal prosecutors declared last year that no charges would be filed due to insufficient evidence. In a statement last year, federal attorneys explained that any case considered for prosecution requires proof beyond a reasonable doubt that a federal crime was committed. Despite the results of the autopsy and thorough review by U.S. attorneys' offices, the prosecutors informed Shanquella's family that the available evidence did not meet the standard required for federal charges. This decision has left many confused and frustrated. The public struggles to understand how authorities concluded there was insufficient evidence to move forward, especially considering the extensive details surrounding Shanquella's death. The situation is further complicated by the viral video showing her being attacked by one of her travel companions, sparking outrage and widespread calls for justice. Shanquella Robinson was found deceased on October 29, 2022, in San Jose del Cabo, at a resort in Mexico's Baja California Peninsula, where she had been vacationing with 6 acquaintances. Her death sent shockwaves through both local and international communities as questions arose about the circumstances surrounding the incident and the subsequent investigation. The family's determination to pursue justice reflects their enduring pain and commitment to revealing the truth. By naming both the State Department and the FBI in the lawsuit, they emphasize a demand for accountability, not only from those present at the scene, but from institutions responsible for ensuring the safety and rights of U.S. citizens. Public support and attention remain crucial as the Robinson family continues their battle for clarity and justice. A video emerged on social media showing a woman, later identified as one of the Cabo Six, violently assaulting Shanquella Robinson while she was naked in a room as 2 others recorded the incident. This disturbing footage was one of the last moments shared widely, fueling public outrage. Another video surfaced from Shanquella's Instagram story, where she was seen looking for her friends in the hotel. She eventually found them gathered in a room, sparking questions about what they might have been planning in her absence.
In our lawsuit, we allege we have presented the FBI with a public records request in order to be able to assess what was done on the case. And their response was, we can get back to you in 5 years, which obviously would be an even more significant delay, even more significant erosion of evidence in the case, memories of witnesses, etc. So it's an unacceptable response.
Reports indicate that Shanquella's friends later dressed her in pink biker shorts and a t-shirt, positioning her by the living room bathroom to make it appear she had fallen. According to the police report, when a medical professional arrived at the Puerto Los Cabos address, Shanquella's friends claimed she had consumed a significant amount of alcohol. The doctor recommended that Shanquella be taken to a hospital, but her friends insisted she be treated on site. At approximately 4:20 p.m., Shanquella experienced a seizure, prompting one of her friends to call 911. During this time, her condition deteriorated, and by 4:49 p.m., the attending doctor noted that she no longer had a pulse and began CPR until paramedics arrived, but it was too late to save her. The details surrounding her death are riddled with discrepancies. The death certificate stated that Shanquella died 15 minutes after sustaining her injuries, contradicting the police report that indicated she was with the doctor, who attempted to stabilize her for nearly 3 hours. Further inconsistencies were noted in the timing. The death certificate listed 3 p.m. as the time of death, while the police report recorded her passing at 5:57 p.m. The official autopsy reported the cause of death as a severe spinal cord injury and atlantoaxial subluxation, not alcohol poisoning as initially suggested by her friends. These discrepancies have fueled suspicions and raised questions about potential foul play and the thoroughness of the investigation. Shanquella's case has sparked widespread calls for justice, with her family filing a lawsuit seeking accountability from her travel companions, referred to as the Cabo Six, and also naming federal entities for their handling of the case. The inconsistencies between official documents and witness statements have cast a shadow over the investigation, compelling the public and her family to push for more answers and transparency. This case underscores the significance of demanding justice and ensuring that those responsible, both directly and indirectly, are held accountable. The police report listed Shanquella Robinson's cause of death as cardiac arrest, yet major inconsistencies surrounded the case. In interviews, Shanquella's mother shared that the accounts provided by her daughter's friends were contradictory. One friend said they found Shanquella unconscious on the floor, Another claimed she was discovered in bed, and a third told Shanquella's father she was found in a chair. Initially, the friends called her mother to explain the situation, stating Shanquella was unwell. Moments later, they called again to say they had requested an ambulance. Shortly after, another call came saying she had passed away. These calls implied that the sequence of events took only minutes, conflicting with the police report, which claimed a timeline spanning nearly 3 hours. After her daughter's death, Shanquella's mother received a frantic call from the friends on the trip, insisting she had died from alcohol poisoning. However, the Mexican Secretariat of Health's autopsy report and death certificate told a different story, listing her official cause of death as a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, without any mention of alcohol. This revelation raised further suspicions that the friends tampered with evidence. Reports indicated that while Shanquella was being attended to in the living room, she had actually died in the bedroom. Furthermore, the viral video that showed Shanquella being assaulted by one of her companions was only part of what transpired. Allegedly, Winter Donovan was reported to have grabbed and body-slammed her, after which she never stood back up. These details contradict any suggestion that Shanquella could have dressed herself or moved to another room, implying that her body was moved by others, pointing to collective involvement in tampering with the scene. This act alone suggests complicity among those present.
Mexico, I just think they didn't care. They just didn't care. And they just wrote down what they told them. All of them had plotted this, and my beliefs. And they just said that it was alcohol poison. And when the police came in to investigate, they could have looked at her and seen that she had been jumped on.
The public has found it difficult to reconcile how federal authorities, after being presented with this information, claimed there was insufficient evidence to pursue charges. Shanquella's mother reportedly provided more evidence to authorities, which was not released to the public. Yet, when the family asked federal officials for updates or findings from their investigation,
the issue with respect to the extradition is that the Mexican authorities have advised me that they've taken all the steps pursuant to the treaty that would be needed to be taken. They've done a full investigation. They presented their investigation packet to the proper authorities at the State Department. It would then be up to the U.S. Attorney to work in conjunction with the State Department in order to authorize and initiate an extradition, which we would all see publicly because that would be a U.S. federal case where they would have the opportunity, whoever is being extradited, to say there's not enough evidence, there is enough evidence, and have their day in court. This has not been initiated because we would all know about it. So the issue is that process has not even begun, and we're 2 years out from the incident.
they were met with an astonishing response. The feds said they could get back to them in 5 years. This response left the family and supporters disheartened and frustrated, amplifying public outrage over the lack of action. What do you think about these allegations? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video for more updates.